So I decided to go for a night run on the track. And so I get there and I'm running. I'm about like three miles in. And I look and I see this gentleman join me on the track. And I'm like, cool. You know, it's getting dark, so it's cool. And so as I'm running, I look at him and he's like sprinting. I'm like, man, get it, boy, you know. And so he's sprinting and he's turning back and he's looking at me and I'm looking at him. And I'm just, you know, I'm running my race. And he comes around and so he laps me and I'm like, cool, you know. And he's not knowing that I'm on my like third, fourth mile already. And he's just beginning. So I'm like, you know, get it. Maybe you one of those ones that can really push it. And so as he's running, I see him hit a wall. And he begins to kind of run the corners, walk the straights, run the corners, walk the straights. And then all of a sudden he stops. And as I looked, the Lord began to speak to me. He said, see, it's so important when you're running your race to run at your own pace. Everybody has different paces. Even when you run marathons, you don't run the marathon typically all at the same pace. You have points where you run faster and points where you maybe, you know, sit back and run a little slower, you know. And so if I would have ran my race thinking, oh my gosh, he's trying to lap me, let me pick it up, then I might have tired out fast. I wouldn't have finished all 6 miles. I wouldn't have ran my race. And so I turned and I kind of looked at him, you know, and I was like, he might have got in 1.5 miles, if that, and he was done. But as I ran, the Lord spoke to me. He was like, you finished what you decided to run. You said 6 miles. You didn't let his pace discourage you. You didn't let his pace distract you. And that's the same thing in life. We can't allow somebody else's walk in their life to distract us just because they come in and they're all strong and they start off all, you know, powerful. Maybe they got a lot of money and they just getting it. All life just seems great. You can't determine your life or detect what your life is or say what your life is because you've compared it to someone else's life. Run your own race, run at your pace, and you will finish. It's not how you start, it's how you finish the race. And it's not how you compare yourself to others, but it's how you challenge yourself. So tomorrow or tonight, as you go about your evening, when you start your day, remember that. Don't focus on anybody else's pace, anybody else's race, or anybody else's lane. Stay in your lane, run your race at your pace. Be blessed and be encouraged.